Hello and welcome back to the Daily Doyle, where we have started reading a devotional out of this Disney devotional book. Loving this so far. So we are on to number 2 today, which is The Magic Kingdom. So again, this book was written by a father that was working nights, so he wrote these devotionals. Since he couldn't be at home at night to tuck his children into bed, he wrote these that he could email back to his wife and she could read to the kids, and he wanted them centered around a main theme, and he picked Disney. So these are really great. So, The Magic Kingdom. So we've now gone through the huge Disney welcome gate. Yesterday's was on the welcome gate. So let's get started at the parks. Where do we go first? Well, unless you know absolutely nothing about Disney, you know where we have to start. We have to start at the beginning, of course. What park represents the beginning more than the Magic Kingdom? After all, it's the original park. It's the park that started it all. It's the park with more rides and attractions than any other. It's the park that is very appropriately named. More about that later. However, before we swipe our magic bands and enter this most visited theme park in the world, let's talk about the Magic Kingdom in general, shall we? The Magic Kingdom officially opened on October 1st, 1971. In 2017, it was the most visited theme park in the world for the 12th year in a row. It's been the most visited park in North America for at least 15 years, and most likely more. It is typically represented in pictures by its main icon, Cinderella Castle, which is based on the 1950 film. Construction on this park began in 1967 after Walt Disney had died in 1966. So although he certainly knew this park was coming, he never got to see the finished product with his own eyes. Walt hated the fact that in Disneyland, there was no way for cast members to get from one area to another without being seen. Therefore, it was his vision for this park to have a secret tunnel system underneath. Since most of Florida is at sea level or lower, it was impossible to have an underground system. Therefore, tons of dirt was moved to the side of the park to raise it up one level. The Magic Kingdom is actually built on a second story. This accomplished 2 things. It created the Seven Seas Lagoon in front of the park, which the monorail and deluxe resorts surrounded. It also allowed a system of tunnels called utilidors to be built underneath the park. This allows cast members' movement and all operations to take place out of sight. The park itself opened with 23 attractions and 2 resorts. Today, there are more than 1,000 audio animatronics throughout the park. Located nearly directly under the castle is the digital animation control station, which controls all of these, as well as all ride vehicles, sound, lighting, etc. in the entire park. I didn't know that. When the Magic Kingdom officially opened, Walt's brother Roy made the dedication. He announced the park would officially include his brother's first name in the title as a tribute to his vision and hard work. Roy spoke these words on opening day. Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and life of Walter Elias Disney, and to the talents, the dedication, and the loyalty of the entire Disney organization that made Walt Disney's dream come true. May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place. A magic kingdom where the young at heart of all ages can laugh and play and learn together. Notice that he called the park a happy place. Over the years, this park has been most often described with 2 main adjectives, happy and magical. It is often referred to as the happiest place on earth and as a magical place, hence the park name. I can vouch for both. Those words truly do describe what a true Disney fan experiences while visiting each and every time. As you'll probably be able to tell as you read the following devotionals, Disney World is truly my happy place on earth. There really is no place on earth I'd rather be. What about you? What is your happy place? Think about it. What place on earth truly makes you the happiest? Is it Disney World? The beach? The mountains? Your home? There's nothing wrong with being happy on earth. In fact, Ecclesiastes 3:12-13, it reads, I perceive that there is nothing better for them than to be joyful and to do good as long as they live. Also that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all his toil. This is God's gift to man. Happiness is a gift from God. He gives us laughter, pleasure, and joy while we are here on earth. And while it is fine and healthy to have a happy place of your own, I hope your true happy place is not of this earth. I made sure above that when talking about Disney as my happy place, I mentioned on earth. My true happy place will be in heaven with my Father, His Son, and my family. That's where I truly want to be. That's when I'll truly be happy forever. So how do we get there and be truly happy? In the famous Sermon on the Mount spoken by Jesus in Matthew 5-7, he begins with what are called the Beatitudes. Each one of these starts with, "Blessed are the." If you look at the Greek from which this was translated, the word blessed could also be translated happy. So we are given a list here by Jesus of what makes us happy here on earth. The list ends with Jesus stating, "Rejoice and be glad, for great is your reward in heaven." As long as we follow the words of Christ and try to live just as He did, He will show us how to get there and be truly happy forever with Him. We'll talk more in the future entries about heaven and how to get there. One thing is certain, heaven is the true magic kingdom that we all can hope for thanks to the sacrifice of Jesus. So yeah, I mean, that's really interesting. I mean, I think a lot of us do truly see like Disney World as like the happiest place on earth. And I don't know how often we really think about, the happiest place outside of earth kind of thing. And again, I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday with, as being like a human, we just can't comprehend like what heaven's gonna be like when we look forward to a Disney trip, like we already have the days and minutes planned out. Like, this is the ride we're gonna go on first, this is the park we're gonna go to, this is where I'm gonna get my churro and my Dole Whip. And we can look forward and be excited and happy about that because we know what it's going to be like. We know what that experience is going to be like. And with heaven, like I have a hard time, just being honest, I have a hard time being excited just because I don't know what to picture. And again, we know it's going to be like so much more amazing than we can even like fathom. But I like to be able to picture and be excited about something. So yeah, this is definitely a good one to think about. So thanks for joining me for this one today. Tomorrow, sneak peek number 3 is the Cinderella Castle. So join me for the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye.